Giannis on the loose.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Bucks are 8-10 over the last 10 games. That would make sense. 8-10 over last 10. How? The Bucks fans are throwing captions out there like saying, "No Giannis, no problem." You know, the caffeine today, the coffee has made me realize, what's going on? Where did Cam Thomas come from? We knew he was the guy that can put the ball in the hoop, score 40 a game if he really needed to. Obviously, he's not going to pass. He's going to shoot maybe 28 times to get there. 40's 40. Maybe they just needed someone that was just selfish enough to take the ball and chuck it. Maybe without Giannis, that's exactly what they're missing. And you know what? I still think Giannis is an absolute, just not going to say the P word, but I think he's a baby for not leaving the Bucks. And I'm not being like, hey man, you can't really call Giannis anything. You're a loser. Sure. Fair point. But I want to see Giannis compete. But you know what? Cam Thomas and this Bucks team winning 8 out of their last 10 is genuinely, I mean, I know that's not like, winning an NBA championship. That's pretty impressive. I mean, come on. I got to give it to him. As a Bucks hater, as a, me begging Giannis to move on and just play for a competitive team so I can watch Giannis. I can watch Giannis not be down by 50. It'd be way more fun to watch him play for a different team where he's not getting absolutely railed in the back. Like, oh my gosh, man, we're losing by 50. But maybe Cam Thomas and this Bucks team has just revived something. Maybe they just felt the disrespect for so long of hearing, wow, people are saying that Giannis should leave us because we're that bad. People are saying we're that ass cheeks. Yeah, but maybe not anymore. Maybe this 8 wins out of 10 games isn't a fluke. Maybe it's like actually like, oh, hey, we're not that bad. We are professional basketball players. Maybe we can win a couple games. And they have gelled. And I hope putting Giannis back into the system, I wish him well. I hope the Bucks continue this because I want more competition in the East. I do. Even being a fan of a certain team, I want all teams to compete. It's not fun playing, tanking teams, which I get tanking is you need it, but it's not fun playing boring teams that don't care, that are just terrible. Basketball is entertainment. I get entertained when it's 2 competitive teams going up against each other, well, it makes sense, and trying to win at the highest level and doing whatever they can to win. Pulling out stuff out of their bag that you've never seen, like a tween cross, in their Duffy, as the children say. Like, competitive games are what make basketball fun. Any given night, you want any team to be anyone. Okay, we don't want to see 50-point blowouts. Sure, maybe every month where it's just like you just want to see just someone get absolutely demolished, like UFC. You just want to see some maybe one 50-point blowout could be fun once. The whole point of basketball is to see competition, to see the best of the best, the most athletic, hardworking, NBA players of our generation. And I think, hey, maybe the Bucks are making a competitive comeback. Maybe we can throw them in the mix with the Cavs, the Knicks, the Pistons, the Celtics. Anyone else that's really competitive in the East? The Raptors too. I always forget about Toronto, but the Raptors too are pretty good, actually, really good. So maybe there could be 6 teams that are actually competitive. That's fun. That's why we love March Madness. We love March Madness because there's a bunch of teams that can win. Well, there's a bunch of upsets that could happen. That's why it's fun. We want the NBA to be a bunch of teams in each conference that can beat anyone. That would make the playoffs exciting. It's not fun when it's just the first 2 seeds every year. It's like, okay, so we just have to wait till what, July until we see the 2 1 seeds play. Like, no, I want to see a 5th seed play a 4th seed. Like, let's bring that to the NBA. That'd be awesome. We need more competition, and the Bucks might be making things competitive. OKC without SGA. I thought that would be like a cool little, no, it wasn't. Yeah, didn't sound as right as I thought in my head, but OKC without SGA is still pretty good. Like, they're pretty lethal. I've seen a couple of videos of, honestly, every video on YouTube right now. It's, who let the Thunder get Jared McCain? This is not the same Thunder team. This is not the same Jared McCain. Cornballs. But some of them are right. Who let them get Jared McCain? Yeah, he's not like insane right now, but I think he has potential to be pretty good. Get his own shot. All right. Cason Wallace averaging 20 points. He's had 20 points 3 games in a row. All right. Isaiah Joe, this team around him, what was it? Jalen Williams? Not that Jalen, the other Jalen. The Jalen Williams that looks like Duke Dennis. There's 2 Jalen's on the Thunder team, but that Jalen had 30 against the Pistons. Listen, guys, they have a lot of talent. This OKC team, as much as we get pissed off watching them, as much as we want to hate on them, even without SGA, this team is just good. Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren, why are they good from top to bottom? Why? How much of a genius is Sam Presti? I mean, he really figured it out. He really got Avengers Endgame type just concoction of pretty good players. And that's just my personal case as to why I think SGA isn't the MVP, because I mean, you take SGA off this team, they're not half bad. You take Jaylen Brown off the Celtics. I know I already talked about this yesterday, but take him off the Celtics could be kind of ass. Not terrible, but a lot worse. You take Jokic off the Nuggets, they'd be ass. But I mean, they were the Thunder without SGA against the Pistons. The Pistons were at home. Close game. Very, very close game. And the Pistons are the supposed bad boys in the East. The number 1 team in the East. They were close. So I don't know if this means it just honestly means that the Thunder are just they're gonna go to the Western Conference Finals guaranteed. I know we already knew that. I know that's not some groundbreaking, Albert Einstein level take, but seeing what they did to the Pistons, yeah, they didn't win, but they were competitive. It just shows we're going to have to deal with the Thunder being good for a long time. Long and hard. Pause, right? Pause. But I'm scared. I'm scared for our future. The future is looking blue. By blue, I don't mean politics. I mean, I don't care about politics. By blue, I mean the future of the NBA is going to look at OKC's way for a long time. And I don't know if I'm going to live in that world. I mean, I'm going to live in that world, but I really hope there's some other team out of the West that just, demolishes them, because I'm not the biggest Thunder fan. For some reason, I just don't like watching SGA play. I get how good he is. I know how good he is. He's a superstar. He really is top 2. I mean, he's insane. I'm one of those guys that I love to see a team rise, but I also love to see a team fall. It's human nature. We love to see people rise and get popular and famous and successful, but after a while, we want to see a new guy. We want to see someone dethrone them. After one championship, I want to see them dethroned. But I don't know who can. Except the Nuggets in the West, I don't know who else really can. At all. Maybe the Timberwolves, but I don't think so. I lied. I forgot about the San Antonio Spurs. They are Spurstastic. Just made up that word, but it's true. This Spurs team is nutty. Wemby had an off game last night, and still Devin Vassell. They got De'Aaron Fox. They got a concoction. I'm going to keep using that word, of just talent. This Spurs team are well coached, disciplined. And even Wemby can have an off night, doesn't have to score the ball as much, but at least the fact that he's out there, even if he doesn't want to score that day, him being just the defensive presence, just him standing there in the paint makes people scared to drive. I mean, this Spurs team scares me. I think it's the Nuggets, the Spurs, and the Thunder that are the real true competitors in the West. And the Spurs and the Thunder especially are going to be there for the next 10 years. They are. Let me get a little sip of this cup of Joe before... Wow. Straight to the brain. But I'm horrified. The West is going to be controlled by the Spurs. Who would have thought the Spurs and the Thunder would come back, revitalize their franchises, and be this good again? It's just crazy to me that Wemby doesn't have to score for them to be great. He just has to stand there. Who wants to drive to the paint and get swatted by a 7'10", 15,000 foot Frenchie in the middle? He's gonna send your floater all the way back to wherever you came from, and it's gonna get clipped online because people love to clip Wemby highlights, and you're gonna be embarrassed. No one wants to be that guy. No one wants to be clipped by Wemby, but it's gonna happen over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then De'Aaron Fox can have his own night. Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle. How did I forget about that? Keldon Johnson, who shaved his head, looks kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. This team is just, it's beautiful. This Spurs team is truly an art form. And their rivalry with the Thunder is really fun to watch. They are good. They are good. And they are here to stay for a long, 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 long time. And Victor Wembanyama, oui, bonjour. If he doesn't get hurt, he's going to be like, I'm going to say he's going to have like a 25% chance to win the NBA championship every single year for the rest of time from now on. If he stays healthy, his team will always have a 20% chance. I think it's that high. I think he's that good when healthy. I think the Spurs team around him is that good when healthy. I think they're only going to get better. He's only going to get better. I mean, the guy's like, what, 20, 21 years old? Wow. At 21 years old, I was blackout drunk every other weekend. And I got better. I stopped drinking a little bit less. I started running this company. So there's hope. There's a lot. I'm scared.
Thank you so much for watching. Chosen Sports is at war versus ESPN, and we are fighting every single day to be bigger than them. So please subscribe and support our channel every day. It means a lot.